I was arrested at the Nortel riot. I was just a bystander just walking by, and I noticed that there was a riot. So I just was standing by watching the riot, and then they were just closing in, so I decided this is getting a little too much. So I was on my way to leave. As I was walking by, the riot team attacked me and were like, "You can't leave here. You chose to be here, we gave you a chance to leave." I'm like, I didn't hear a single chance to leave, and nor did anybody here. And this is my first day even living in this town, can I please leave? And they just pushed me out of the way and said, "Do you want to make me use this on all of you?" And she had a tear gas gun in her hand. So I just continued and sat down with everybody. They just kept swarming in, and then just decided to announce, "We're arresting all of you. You had the chance to leave. We gave you a chance. You're done. You're gone." And they just arrested all of us, put us on coach buses and brought us here. There was media outside waiting. They didn't even have the nerve to show anything. They drove us right inside, closed the doors, and then let everybody out.
Can you tell me a little bit the conditions inside?
Inside, everything is just disgusting. There's no garbage pails. Anything that's gave to us is just thrown on the ground, like anywhere. Sandwiches. The only thing we really got was like a little Dixie cup of water twice a day, and it was like lukewarm. We also got a sugar-free, like little same thing of lukewarm Tang, and we would get 2 sandwiches a day with just a piece of cheese on it. And that's all we got every day. And the lights were on 24 hours, so nobody really got any sleep. The first pen that we were in has an outhouse with no door, and there's 40 people in this little room when there's only supposed to be a maximum of 15. It was just ridiculous.
How long were you inside for?
I was inside for about 26 hours, I guess. At the 24th hour, I demanded that to be released because that was my rights, and they assured me that my rights didn't apply in that building. And
why? What did they justify?
That's all they said. They're like, sometimes your rights just don't apply here. So I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure they apply everywhere, but if that's what you want to think. So after I was released, they were describing how we would have to go into like a holding cell, and then I mentioned my boyfriend, and he said, "Oh, you are a part of the gay community, are you not?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Well, the people in here don't really take too kind to your type, so I recommend you act straight during your visit here, and once you leave you can act the way you choose." And then just kept going on. He's like, "Actually, I'm gonna put you and your boyfriend in a segregated room." And it was just a little stall, like it looked like a dog pen, and there was a whole line of just gay people in these like one person things. There was like a lesbian couple, there was me and my boyfriend, and then there was 2 separate lesbians that were just put there just because they were gay, but they didn't admit that, but they were put there for their own safety. Like, the entire group was not homophobic whatsoever. The only people who were homophobic in that building were the police. Like, everybody else was so peaceful and kind and loving towards everything, but they were the only ones who were even offending everybody.
Have they said that they're going to charge you with anything?
No, they didn't charge me with anything. They just let it off as a breach of, just like a disturbing of the peace. But we got let off with no charges. But some people were charged, but I don't know what they were charged with, but I wasn't charged.
Did you have to sign anything?
No, nothing, which was really strange considering they had like portfolios of our information. They took at least 3 pictures while we were there of us and kept them in these folders, but when we were detained, they never gave us any information whatsoever, just our personal belongings.
Were you allowed to call anyone?
Yes, we were allowed to make 1 phone call at least, and pretty much everybody called this lawyer for the class action lawsuit, so it should be pretty sweet.
Okay, thanks so much.
No problem.
Can you just spell your name?
DANHAMILTON.